Sup guys, Zeramus555 here, and I am coming to you with that deck video profile thingamajigger that I promised you on my 500 subscriber contest video, which you should definitely check out if you haven't, because I need more subscribers and I would love your help. Moving on, so this deck is something I just kind of mashed together. It's kind of what's the best way to describe it? An amazingly powerful tour de force of mashness. That's what it is. And I've been testing it on Dueling Network, and it's actually really fun. I like to call it, I'm sure you've already probably read up top and figured out what the deck is, but I like to call it my NORGULANTS deck. Say that 5 times fast. NORGULANTS, 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 NORGULANTS. So you know it's a good word if you could say it 5 times in a row without stumbling. It should be a real word. Anyways, moving on. That deck, if you haven't already read above, maybe you're blind, maybe you're partially deaf, but then you'd still be able to read the thing. Okay, moving on again. The deck is going to be called my Norgit. I'm off my game today, guys. That just goes to show you that I haven't been making videos as often, and I think you guys should be slapping my wrist for it. I need slaps. So it's going to be called my Nordic Tengu plant deck. Nordic Tengu plants. That's what we'll call it. Or if you want to kind of hyphenate that, NORGULANTS. I think it's German. Anyways, so starting off with the deck. It's 42 cards, by the way. I like 42 cards in plants, as you guys know. I'm anything with Tengu because I hate drawing multiple cards. 3 Tanngnjostr of the Nordic beasts. Love this guy. I think the Nordic engine's fantastic this format. I really don't think you need Tour Guide even for it to be good. It's just such a good card, and it actually works fantastically with plants, especially Dandylion. So yeah, I gotta run 3 of him. Next is the guy he's going to be grabbing pretty much 90% of the time. Now that's 3 Guldfaxe of the Nordic Beasts. He's your level 4 tuner, and somebody is calling me. Don't call me while I'm doing a video. 1 second, I'll let this person know. What a noob cake. Oh, I just wrote to the same person. Wrong person, I mean. There we go. Okay, moving on. So 3 Guldfaxe, you gotta run him, you grab him with Tanngnjostr, and he's a nice level 4 synchro. Just gives the options. Plus his effect's actually very good, guys. He lets you synchro summon. The lighting's really bad in here for some reason. There we go. He lets you synchro summon. Sorry, I'm so off my game today. He lets you special summon if your opponent has a synchro monster on the field, so he's really good. Next is Tanngrisnir, the white goat. He just gets you tokens, and he's something else to grab with black goat if you need some stuff to grab. Next is 2 Super-Nimble mega hamsters. Love this guy. Normally I run 3 if I'm running pure Nordics, but I think 2's fine. I don't want to dead draw them. But he's just a really good first turn set, and he can grab you this little puppy as well. Literally. Ryko, I run just 1. Normally I run 2 in pure Nordics, but I think 1's just fine here. You really don't want to mill too much because you're running Tengu, and you just don't need it, so 1 is fine. So that's the Beast engine, guys. Next we got the Tengu engine. Yes, I'm going to call it the Tengu engine because Tengu's so broken that you can pretty much run him in any deck and he's good. So 3 Reborn Tengu. He's exceptional with Guldfaxe because I can synchro for an 8 extremely easily. He's great with plants. And all around, just, you know, it's Tengu. He's kind of really good. I was actually thinking about, just for the lulz, running some 2 Horn of the Phantom Beasts in here, but I don't want to dead draw. It's not really about them, it's about the synchroing. Next, we got the Plant Engine, which I'm sure all you lovely Yugi tubers will know by now. It's been hit drastically since I started playing this deck, like last year. But all we got left, people, unfortunately, is 1 Lonefire Blossom, 1 Dandylion, 1 Spore, and a glow-up bulb. 1 Lonefire is kind of sad, but I guess it was necessary. Card's kind of broke. I still think they should have just banned Dandylion, but guess not. So that's the Plant Engine. Lets you do crazy shenanigans. 2 Effect Veiler. I think it's a staple this format in decks that can run it or need it or don't have some kind of negation for that archetype. So yes, 2 Effect Veiler. Excellent. Next is Sangan, because he searches out pretty much everything in the deck except for my last card. So he's, and Tengu's of course, so he's kind of staple. And Gorz, I think he's very necessary in this format, especially since a lot of people aren't running a lot of back rows. This deck isn't running a whole lot of back rows. And it's Gorz, he's just awesome. So I believe that's 21 monsters. It's running very well. I would like to try and squeeze in a Debris Dragon. I haven't really tested it, but the only thing I'm worried about is Debris really doesn't have any targets except for the Ryko and the Lonefire and the Dandylion. So I think I might just keep it how it is. Next spells, 2 MSTs and a Heavy Storm. I don't like 3 MST. I think 2 MST Heavy Storm is perfect. Not going to say much more about that. Avarice, you're running plants, you're running Nordics. This deck fills the graveyard so fast that it's kind of nutty, so Avarice is a must. Next is a card that I really like. I've been testing it, Scapegoat. Love this thing. It's so good with plants. I see why Billy Brake ran it, and I think it's also really good with the Guldfaxe as well. I can make 8s, 7s, 6s, 5s, whatever. So this card's great, and it's chainable. Mind Control will be my next card. Mind Control is, I think, another staple of this format in decks. Anything you're running tuners, and plus with Exceeding now, you can exceed even easier, so this is a great card. 1-for-1 helps out with the Plant Engine. I'm running 4 level 1s, so I think it works perfectly. Foolish Burial. Some of you might say, oh, why are you running this? Yeah, you have Dandylion, Bulb, Spore. I can kind of agree with that, but at the same time, like, even though I'm not running Debris Dragon, I still think this is great. You're running Dandylion, you kind of need Foolish Burial. It gives you some defense pluses, whatever. Book of Moon, I like Book of Moon in here just because I'm running 2 Hamsters and a Ryko, and it's book, it stops stuff, it's chainable. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole. Not sure how many spells it is, it doesn't really matter though. Moving on to the traps. I got my 3 favorite cards in the deck right here, especially this format. 3 Gleipnir, the Fetters of Fenrir. This thing is awesome, especially with MST at 3 and heavy and people writing so much back row destruction cards. You just chain this puppy, get lots of pluses. And the cool thing about it is you can have this set when your opponent attacks. And when he attacks your monster, say Ryko or Hamster, you flip this up, grab your Black Goat, and then your Hamster flips, gets his effect, Hamster dies by battle, you special Black Goat, and the next turn you're going to be doing some crazy synchro shenanigans. So that's really good. And it can always give you a wall too, like if your opponent attacks, you can always grab a White Goat and stuff. So next is 2 Bottomless Trap Holes. As you guys know, I sold my warnings, so I will be getting them back in the tins. Until then, I'm just running Bottomless. I still think Bottomless is great, this format, especially because Thunder King Ryo is a BITCH. But basically, if you're going to try this deck out, I'd say just run Warnings instead. I'm running Warnings on Duo Network, I just don't obviously have them. Solemn Judgment. I still think it's too good not to run. Call the Haunted, it's very good in here as well, because I'm running the Plant Engine, I have Sangan. It's Call the Haunted, you can do some cool synchro shenanigans. Mirror Force and Torrential Tribute, I still think they're too good not to run. And Dustshoot, which in my opinion is a staple this format. It's too good not to run. I hate that reasoning behind it, but it's just, it makes sense. Alright guys, so that's the deck. It's 42 cards. It is once again called NORGULANTS. If you guys have any questions about the deck, just PM me or leave a comment below. Otherwise, Zeramus555 signing out. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to check out my other videos. Make sure to try and get some people to sub to me for my 500 subscriber contest. I really want 500 subscribers. Otherwise, guys, Zeramus555 signing out. Later.